Blighty Boxing, in association with Frank Warren and Queensberry Promotions. We're here at the Queensberry iBox, and we're joined by the Little Menace. How is he?
Who's the big menace?
Big Menace.
No, I'm all good.
First things first, obviously. How's the wedding plans going?
All good, yeah. I ain't getting too involved in that. Just I'll let the missus do that, but it's been training really, really hard, and it's one of the best camps I've had now. Feeling strong.
Stop changing the subject. Now then, what sort of date period are we looking at?
14th of March.
14th of March, ain't far away. Teenager in love, eh?
What can you do? It happens to the best of us.
Are you going to keep out of all the arrangements then, are you? Sort of?
Yeah, she's a good girl, so she did all that for me, to be honest. She knows I'm training hard and stuff, so she sorted all that out for me.
Now then, where will this, Kathleen, isn't it? Yeah. Where will this nuptials take place? A cathedral somewhere, you know?
Yeah, I think I'm married in High Wycombe area, so where she's from.
It's an away fixture for you then?
Indeed it is.
Right, let's take you back. Between May of last year and towards the end of the year, you got 5 fights in. A productive start, but I think you admitted yourself it took a little bit out of you. Oh
yeah, definitely. Towards the end there was the last fight I had, still about 12, but I give away £7 a weight, didn't I? And to be honest, I felt a bit tired towards the end, but I still got them out, you know what I mean? So might take a little bit slower this year, not a lot. Still get 6 maybe fights in, 5 fights in maybe. I'll keep active. I want a few bigger fights at the end of the year. I'll definitely pick up a little title somewhere this year or 2.
It's a great start though. I mean, all young fighters talk about wanting to stay active, keep busy. You not only did that in a short space of time, but you made yourself into a little TV star. You had your 5 fights, you got your name out there, become popular. Couldn't have gone any better really, could it?
It couldn't have gone popular. Couldn't have gone better in the story, no. But I definitely got a bit popular from it. And but I still got the same goals and the same mindset I had from the beginning. So I'm just going to keep training hard. I'm definitely going to deliver some serious good performances this year. And a few more knockouts that hit the BT views.
You are a little box of tricks. And I was talking to Al earlier on, and was the one that always gets me is the corkscrew uppercut. I mean,
the screw shot backhand.
What do you call it?
The screw shot backhand.
Of course, the screw shot backhand. Where do you learn shots like that? I mean, I can't imagine anyone actually teaches them.
I should do the exact same shots since I'm 10 years of age. It's no joke. Everyone knows me from the amateurs for the screw shot, and every coach you always say, "What's a screw shot?" You always say, "Yeah, what's a screw shot?" And for some reason, I think I've landed at 9 out of 10 people at least.
It's just got to be a gift, isn't it? It's not something you can teach, I guess.
No, you can't teach it. People ask me how you do it. It just happens naturally, doesn't it?
Well, you've got quite a long reach for your size, haven't you?
Yeah, very long reach. Got longest arms, very long arms. It's obviously a good thing, isn't it?
Now then, social media-wise, you've been keeping active, and the first one that was kind of on your radar was Lewis Norman, and now you forced him into retirement.
He retired, didn't he? He didn't want to work. No, but he actually called me out, so he actually called me out, and not in a respectful way, you know what I mean? But yeah, not in a respectful way.
And he said, I remember something like he put out saying, "Give me $5,000 and I'll fight you." Now you've had another fighter today or yesterday who said, "Give me 100,000 and I'll fight you." And of course we're talking about Lukeman Prince Patel. He wants 100 big uns, or 6 figures as he put it. Realistic?
No, that's talking nonsense. I'll give him 100. I'll give him 1,000 rupees if he wants. That's about it.
100,000 rupees.
100,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees if he wants.
It's a fight you obviously want, but he's not been known to take difficult fights in the past. So do you really see it happening?
I hope it happens. And I mean, I'll give the fans what they want to see. To be honest, I'll give him my fight purse to fight. But this boxing is all about what you give the fans. They pay your bills, they buy tickets, they come to the shows. Boxing is boxing because of the fans, and I think it's good to give a little back to the fans and give what they want to see. And I don't need the money really. I'm happy to give it. I'm happy to put both our fight purses in the middle and give, the winner takes the lot. That's how confident I am.
You've changed that slightly. I thought you were going to say to make him fight, you'd give him your fight purse. So you're not quite saying that then.
No, not that. I don't know about that. But in all fairness, he was quite respectful. And I was, if I'm going to ask someone to fight, I didn't say you this, you that, call me loads of names and that. Boxing is a sport, it's a gentleman's sport, and I respectfully asked him if he'd fight, and he respectfully replied. So, which is good, and which he ain't known to do that, is he? But he's not a bad bloke. But it's a fight I want. So.
He is actually a nice guy. I've spent a bit of time with him in the past. But what it would be is a great fun fight, wouldn't it?
It'd be a great fun fight for the fans, wouldn't it? Everyone wants to see it. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
You know, everyone wants to see it. So it's a fight I want to give the fans, and I'll be very happy to take place this year.
I'll take you back a little bit. Because obviously it's your first time on Blighty Boxing as such. When you were a kid and you were in Birmingham, you were in Ireland, you were basically doing the traveller thing. What age did you come out of school?
I come out of school at 10 years of age.
Did you want to stay on, or is that sort of the age where most traveller boys come out?
I wanted to come out, to be honest. I wanted to come out. I used to sneak up in the attic and stuff with a blanket and a pillow. And I used to get my little PlayStation and a little small telly, sneak it out of my room, put it up there the night before, late at night. So then I go up there at night time, I sleep in there, and then my mum would think, because the taxi used to pick me up, used to pick me up outside the door, you see, and I used to sleep up there, and she'd think, oh, he's gone to school, you know what I mean? And then just get a little phone call from the teachers, I wasn't at school.
So when you came out at 10, obviously you didn't want to get involved in being assigned homework and stuff like that, because nobody does. But do you feel like you missed out on something in terms of your education?
No, I'm very clever, I'm very bright, and I was destined to box, and I knew I was going to do it till day one. I knew I'd be doing this till day one. I was destined. Some people are just destined from that, so...
You say all that, but then you're quite big on self-educating yourself now, aren't you? I know there's a few little learning things that you're doing and you're working through to improve yourself now. That is true, isn't it? Yeah,
it is, but I can count money, that's the main thing. I mean, as long as I can count money, that's rule number one for me. All the money Frank keeps giving me, and MTK, that's the main thing I can count it.
So when you were finished hiding up in the attic under a blanket, your dad wasn't obviously going to let you get away with that for too long. And how long after that did he start taking you out to work?
Oh, about a couple of weeks after that. Took me to work. He'd make me lift poles up roofs. An old source, mate, trust me. I've been digging all day, lifting barrels all day. But it obviously made the man I am today, innit?
When you were doing that, was there any point of you sort of thought to yourself, Christ, it would have been easier to stay at school?
No, definitely not, because after that there, I was going to boxing. I'd work all day, up early, work all day, and after that there I'd get trained into boxing with my work boots on and stuff, big heavy work boots. I'd walk to the gym with a backpack on my back, and I'd get trained all the way home after. So to get the boxing, that's what I had to do anyway. So I had to go to work to get a lift halfway there. The thing was, when I went to work, my dad used to travel from Birmingham to just past Banbury. It weren't High Wycombe, but it was just before High Wycombe. It weren't too bad. So it was halfway to my destination. So I'd work all day just to get to the halfway destination, and then get a train from there and come back home.
Still had to get home though, didn't you?
Still had to get home, yeah.
Anyway, that's enough of that. You're out on the 22nd, and then I suppose the goal is to be on the big one at the O2 on the 11th. It's got to be an appeal, that, hasn't it?
Oh, definitely. Can't wait. I reckon I will get on the show as well, so it should be good. And I'll definitely have a step up in the pound, which I said a few times, but none of them wants to fight, do they? So it's quite hard to get them. You can't get blood over stone, can you? They just won't fight, will they? So hopefully, help of God, that I'll get a good opponent for them. But I got quite a tough opponent this time. I think he had 10 wins, 10 draws, 11 losses or something, so he's quite tough, Nicaraguan. So it should test my ability.
10 draws tells its own story then, wouldn't it? Because that normally means he won.
He won, you know what I mean? I have to test him with this one, I test his jaw with this one.
Just lastly, lost my train of thought now. Who's going to win out of Dubois and Joyce?
I'm favouring the bar just a little bit. I'm favouring this bar. It's a good fight for me. I don't really know much about heavyweights. I've seen the bar fight a lot. I ain't really seen much of Joyce, so I'm favouring the bar. But two great fighters. Wow.
Speed and power.
Yeah, speed and power. I think so. I ain't too much of Joyce, so you never know what Joyce is. He's fought a lot better oppositions, hasn't he? So, but have to wait and see, won't we?
We will. Little Dennis the Menace, thank you very much talking to Blighty Boxing, and we'll see you very soon, pal.
Thank you, Rick. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.